right, we're live. Phenomenal, fantastic, excited. Saturday afternoon. All right, we're doing this. Let some people trickle in here. But something I wanted to address. I got an email. All right, that's asked. An individual was told by another company, someone else out there, individuals. Maybe someone was saying, "Hey, the only way that you could potentially get a good high credit score is if you purchased Tradelines." Now, I don't know this individual, right? I don't know what's on their credit report. That's all I got for the email. They were asking, is this true? Now, from what I've seen, Melinda, hey, good to see you. From what I'm seeing is that you can get a nice, big, juicy 700, 800. I mean, you can get good credit scores, okay? I'm not saying specifically what you can get, but you can get a good credit score without purchasing excuse me, without purchasing authorized user trade lines. It's not something you have to do. That's a bonus. That's a boost at the end if you need something, or a boost in the middle when you're trying to get a car, a house, you're trying to get a bank card, you're trying to get something else. Do you have to purchase them? No, from what I'm seeing, you get those negative items off, you get good on-time payment history in there with your other primary trade lines that you don't even have to purchase. I know we've talked about trade lines here, the new Coaster Rex, the My Jewelry Clubs, the Hutton Chases, the Ox Publishings, the Self Lender, the stuff that we're talking about right here, all that stuff right there is super valuable, right? Super valuable. You can boost your score. People doing it at 40, 50, 60 points without purchasing someone else's trade lines. Okay. Now, I'm not against it. Hey, you can purchase trade lines here. You can get stuff with us and our companies and, get some stuff rocking and rolling. There's nothing wrong with that. But to say that that's the only way isn't 100% correct, right? So anyway, I want to say hello to everybody. John, thank you for coming in. Kay, thank you so much. Garrett, thank you so much for being here on a Saturday afternoon, learning some stuff. Really enjoy the subscribe tribe. You guys have been phenomenal to me. I think we're about 64,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. If you're watching the replay or you're watching now, please hit that thumbs up, that like button, hit the subscribe button, and that bell for notifications for the next time I go live. All right. Yes. Okay. Cam. So when contacting the CFPB, should I send copies of the letters that you've sent to the collectors and the creditors and the credit bureaus who failed to validate and verify? Yes. So you can send that in the portal. So they have a whole online thing that you submit and all that good stuff. Yes, absolutely. You 100% submit that information. It's part of your case. It's very important to you. All right. It's Drew. He made it, finally made it. Hey, Drew, I responded to your email. All right. Team's on it. We're going to get things squared away Monday. All right. Andrew, good to see you, man. And talk to Cornita. We're squared away. We're going to get back to you, Kate and Crystal, on it. All right. Yeah, absolutely. You want to reach out to me about student loans? Absolutely. Yeah, anytime. You got my email here. All right. Absolutely. So how did I get taken? So it's interesting about student loans. Before I knew about disputing and all that stuff, I was fortunate enough that I was in the military and I was able to recover and get my surgeries and stuff and all that good stuff, and was able to pay my loans. But I had a bunch of late payments on my student loans. So I actually was able to update my late payments to positive. Yes. And that boosted my score significantly. I was able to dispute it with the credit bureaus, and I was able to ask goodwill letters, call them, basically harangue them, keep pushing on them. It took several rounds. It took some time, but it was able to boost it up, get those negatives off, and boost my credit score. Notorious. Checking in. Love the information. Appreciate you. Austin. Yeah. Oops. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Whoa. Applied for a credit card. Applied for credit. I'm guessing it's a credit card. And they used credit report that was a couple of months old. That's interesting. I didn't think that they would do that. Ask them why they did that, where they got that from. Dispute the inquiry if you were denied. That's really intriguing. I don't think they're supposed to do that. They have to use the most up-to-date. That sounds like a violation. Damn, that's really unfortunate. Damn. All right, Terrence, I'm gonna do some more research on that. That's not acceptable. That's unacceptable. That's not your actual credit score. That's what's so crazy about it. New subscriber, need a boost. Yes. So dispute the negative items, of course. But like I talked about before, if you're new and you're not 100% sure how you can build good credit afterwards, people are asking as well. During the process, even, you can be adding My Jewelry Club card, Self-Lender, Hutton Chase, New Coast Direct, very important. Now, getting the negative items off is all about disputing the violations that they clearly are not they're not obtaining the right records, right? They're not getting the signed contracts, the documents, proving that this debt is yours or that a third party can even collect on their behalf. It's very specific. The contracts have to be very specific. Wow, this is phenomenal. Quentin Ashton, on my second round, knocking at 700 club. 4 points to go. You guys rock. Thank you so much. You rock. You're phenomenal. The people showing up here are phenomenal. Let me provide this information and enjoy it, right? We just get to chill and talk and boost. You guys are creating your reality. You guys are creating your wealth. You guys are creating. That's very powerful. The power in creation is very powerful. All right. When I call, do I got to pay them? Stephen Hill. All right. So no, I mean, here's the thing. The short answer is no. If they don't verify, if they don't validate, if they don't have a contract to prove that this is indeed yours, what proof? How can they hold your feet to the fire, right? That's why a lot of these collectors go to the courthouse and they try to get quickie judgments, the default judgments. Hopefully people don't show up and they try and get these defaults so they can garnish wages because they're not providing any, just somebody doesn't show up, right? They try and get these judgments, okay? We have videos here on why you don't pay debt collectors, right? We've talked about that. When it's gone, people have asked, do you pay? It's gone, right? It's off the report. They couldn't verify it. It becomes very challenging for them to collect. Okay. So you might be all right, right? You might be just fine. Are derogatory marks disputable? Yes. Everything is disputable under FCRA, especially derogatory marks, have to be substantiated and verified. Everything that is reported must be 100% accurate per the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Not everything must be reported, though. See, this is what's interesting is people, banks or credit card companies or lenders or loan holders or collectors, they say, oh, well, we have to report. No, you don't have to report. That's why a lot of times people will email me and be like, hey, man, they haven't been reporting my mortgage. They haven't put in one of my bank cards. They haven't been reporting something like this. How do I get that on there? After you have to talk to them and, hold their hand through the process and all that stuff. But it's not mandatory to provide your personal information and private information, all these privacy laws and all this stuff. It's not mandatory to report your stuff to a third party. No way. No way. That's not mandatory. But what does get reported must be 100% accurate. And that is the problem. They have very difficult time substantiating this information that they say is inaccurate or verified or whatever, right? So yes, you can dispute it. This is fantastic. Got AU trade line from mother, right? J-Rob. Very smart. So if you have a family member that can put you on, it's very, very smart. 5K limit, another one's 5K, another one's 13K with Amex, zero balance, it's 99 months. That's fantastic. So Jay has 2 derogatories remaining. Yeah, this is phenomenal. Those derogatories, here's the thing about them derogatories too. You dispute that depending on what they are. If they're key derogatories, will this help my credit? Yes. And you're on the second round. Yes, Jay, this will definitely help your credit. I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. I have seen people go from BK to just AUs and have 700 credit scores. Now, I'm not saying everybody gets the, the same boost. It just depends on your mix. But I've seen it. I have seen it. And that was, somebody who was utilizing a friend or family member, and they were able to maintain long credit history with the AUs. Yeah. AUs are interesting because if you're purchasing them, they're usually a temporary boost. But if you get it from a family member, stick with it. Put your young kids on and stuff like that. It's very, very important. Once you got good credit, it's phenomenal. All right, this is great. I've been getting this question. This is a challenging one because it's specific to your financial needs. So again, check your own financial needs, your own, talk to your accounts and things like this. But someone here has, it's saying car loan, right? Can no longer pay it. All right. Something came up, job change, injury, health, whatever, right? I've been there. Yeah. It recently appeared on my credit report. It recently appeared. I'm guessing maybe because it was derogatory. I'm going to see if you just put more information, but maybe it's because it was derogatory. Okay, maybe not. Maybe just recently put it on. How do you approach this? Number one, if you're not upside down on your loan, you're cool. You're good. You're going to be okay. So that means you have equity in the vehicle. You've paid off more than what the vehicle or to the amount that the vehicle is worth. You could sell it, pay off the loan, walk away, right? Or the small amount that might be left, right? Walk away. That's how you do it, as long as you're not upside down. Now, my guess is if you're here and you're worried about it, you might be upside down, right? So what do? Number one, you immediately, this story that you have or whatever it is, that reason that you can no longer pay is when you call and give the bank their chance and opportunity to extend you an olive leaf, a branch, right? A branch, a tree branch, to help. And you say, hey, this is what's going on in my life. What can we do? Because they sometimes will allow you skip payments and forbearance and all this stuff. They want their money. You think they want to come and repossess and pay someone and then have to sell it? No way, right? So they will give you a chance. Now, if they don't give you a chance, that's their problem, their fault, right? That's their money on the line, right? You're renting the right. That's why you pay interest. That's why you pay interest. That's why you pay interest. This is what people don't get. They're like, oh man, I feel like I'm bad and this and that. No, you're paying a markup on their price, so they take the risk, not you. So this is their problem. So once you decide, okay, look, they're not going to help me, whatever, then you have to decide, are you going to let the car go back or are you going to keep it as long as you can? And then they can come track it down. Either way, they both wind up on your report as either a collection or repossession. You will then have to dispute it. But what's nice is here that they have to give you certain documentation. If they come and get the vehicle, they've got to give you notice. They can't repossess it on private property. They have to show you the deficiency notice after sale. They've got to give you the ability to buy it back in between here and send all this stuff certified to you. If you don't get any of that stuff, your rights have been violated, and it's very difficult for them to then put on the report a deficiency. Okay, so that's the problem. Is they want to get their money, they've got to do it the right steps, and by them having to come get the vehicle, it makes it harder. Now, if you voluntarily give it, what happens is it's the same thing. And I personally haven't, and again, this is your own financial situation, I have not seen that be the strongest move, but it might be easier for you if you don't want to get hunted down and go to these collections and all this stuff, and you're worried about people calling you and all that stuff. You can always have cease and desist and have them not call you. But if you can have somebody take over the vehicle because you're not upside down, that is absolutely the best way, and sell it and get out of it, okay? Yeah. Okay. So student loans have been sold over, or you've had it for 20 plus years, been sold multiple times, different school went out of business. One school went out of business. There is a forgiveness if your school goes out of business within a short period of time from you leaving. Okay. That is a federal guideline for forgiveness. And of course, Navient has it now. You're late, 120 days. Okay, great. So, of course, hunt down all these companies are supposed to have the note, the promissory note, right? They're all supposed to have the information. They should have been exchanging it. You should know who holds the note. You probably don't know at this point. So you at least want to find that out. Send a letter to exercise your equity. Say, I want to see this note. If you can provide this, I'll continue to. If you have the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form, then we could potentially move forward, right? If not, this would be a tacit agreement. A tacit agreement, and this is real simple. It's like when they send you a dunning letter, right? So the collectors will send you a letter. They'll send you a letter. They're going to say, oh, we got you now. If you don't respond within 30 days, we're going to assume this debt is yours. That's tacit, right? Tacit agreement. Hey, man, your omission by you not speaking up and saying anything, speak now or forever hold your peace. Now, it doesn't really work for them. You can get out of that kind of situation. I've had dunning letters come in for many people, myself included, and I'm still able to dispute and get junk off. Okay, so it's a game they play, but it works the other way around because they're actually supposed to provide proper consideration for their contracts, and by doing so, they can't simply back it with your promise to pay. Right? So there's some more stuff that goes into it, but we have that information for you. 609creditrepair.com, or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. Interesting. Okay, so you disputed a collection. It came back with a different collection name, different number, same amount of debt. Why did it change? Okay, maybe it's changed hands since that report that you were working on, maybe, maybe not. It also could be they change names. These companies will change names. You think you're dealing with a new company. That company could be an umbrella, it could be under another company, and they just move it around, shuffle it around. The point is, you stick with it, you dispute these suckers, you get them off, you find out where they are, and you send them the letters. How soon can you remove a BK after filing? You just have to make sure that it's discharged or dismissed. Then you can start the process, fully discharged or fully dismissed. It's my favorite person. Have a fantastic day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Been a blessing. Thank you. You guys have been a blessing. I appreciate you. Give yourself a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Just signed up with Awesome Life. Thank you. Fellow vet, looking forward to working with you. Thank you for your service and congrats on signing up with us. We are excited to work with you as well. Let's see. Yeah, if you're on Social Security, could you get them to quit faster? Yes, probably, since they can't take your Social Security. You can't get blood from a stone. They just want money. How do you approach child support? Yeah, you're currently making on-time payments. You're good to go. Okay. All right. Dispute it. You can dispute it. Support can be disputed if you're making on-time payments. That way, you can get that nasty stuff off. One of your Amex cards isn't reporting 10K. Is it worth correcting? Yeah, absolutely. Give them a ring. Ask them why. See what's up. That's 10K worth of more available credit that you are not necessarily utilizing all of. It's going to help you. All right. Oof. Yeah, you can dispute that, Crystal. Yes, absolutely. If you've co-signed a note, student loan for your brother who never paid, can I dispute that? Will that boost my score? Of course, that'll boost your score. Yes, you want to get that off. In fact, this would be something that might be of use in this scenario for you because this is a co-sign note, which is, oh man, it's really unfortunate. Man, I can't believe this, man, your own family. Sometimes it's tough that way, but hey, it's all good. You want to get this squared away. Also, get on this, guys. Get them over here. Get them on this channel. All right, let them know. All right, but here, might help you out. According to Section 603 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, only information on credit issued to a consumer is allowed. Boom, you like that, right? That makes you feel good, warm, and fuzzy in there, doesn't it? So, Crystal, so the loan was not issued to you. And this is what works really, really well for cosigners. People ask about cosign notes all the time because they be co-signing for people you know darn well you ain't supposed to be co-signing for nobody. But hey, Jerome, don't be co-signing over there, brother. Okay, but this is going to help you out. According to Section 603 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, only information on credit issued to a consumer is allowed. Feels good, right? You're feeling better already. The FCRA, Section 603, this is a very specific letter. Dropping skin. See, this is why you sign up here. This is why you stay here for them secrets, okay? These secrets, a firm offer of credit or insurance, okay? It's got to be given directly to you. All right, the consumer furnishing any collateral that is a requirement for the extension of the credit or the insurance that was, so forth, so on, verification. It speaks to all this stuff. I don't want to bore you, but I just want to give you the bits of what is so important and why you can have these erroneous things removed, okay? So that wasn't extended to you. You're not going to school on that note. Yeah, sure, you co-sign. They might come for the same stuff from you, but it's not supposed to be on your report. And you learn a lot. Teach this gentleman about exercising his equity, disputing the stuff, getting that stuff squared away. Okay. It was a car crash. Oh, car was crashed and totaled. That's why you can't pay the note anymore. And you didn't have gap insurance on the car to pay off the note. And what did the insurance give you anything? It's good questions. Sophia Williams. Sorry, Sophia, I missed it. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, Sophia. Great. Send your second round to check systems. They're playing games. They want to do all that stuff. Equifax, pull your report. If they say they have no report from you and you know you have a report, pull your report. Show them that you have a report. Give them a call if you absolutely have to. That's odd. That's very rare. Typically, most people have reports. 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks, guys. If you freeze something and you want to reactivate LexisNexis, Sage from ARS, any of these things, ARS, there's actually, I mean, when you get, I think it's a U.S. bank card, U.S. bank credit card, they use ARS. Interesting, right? Whatever. And they don't even tell you. But if you need something, you can. It just takes 2 weeks to freeze it. And if you send a letter, it takes 2 weeks. If you call with your PIN, it's like 24 hours. Okay. So the reason I say 2 weeks is because I usually don't like calling. Yeah, I like sending stuff in. But hey, it's all good. Derek, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate it. I don't know if you have a question. Okay. Okay, so you're going to dispute K. This is very interesting. Some people have been talking about the collection validation letters. Sometimes these collectors be trying to move and hop around, and they don't give you the addresses. So this person is going to dispute directly with the credit bureaus. Yes, you want to dispute directly with credit bureaus, and you want to dispute directly with the collectors. Yes, you want to do both. So if something comes back, they just send a statement like this individual just got a statement, right? And they are not really sending anything to verify. You've got that, and you have a letter. I've got a letter on how to, at 609creditrepair.com, on how to send a letter to the credit bureaus if the collectors do not properly verify. And we have that. Let me just get into this, all right? Jerome, get me in here. Great. The collectors do not properly verify, and hopefully I'm not too loud on this. Clicking around. And if they don't respond either, we have a letter for that. And it's fantastic. Man, we got letters for everything, okay? But it's very simple. When we send a letter, the FCRA requires you to verify the validity of the item within 30 days. I've already sent a letter to the collector. I've enclosed copies of my request to the collection agency asking them to validate my debts and the receipt showing, and that such and so forth. The debt is not mine. They have no evidence or my obligation to pay the debt. And of course, we have the 623 method that goes directly to the creditors, right? If the bureaus want to play games. So we've got all sorts of ways to stitch them up, okay? Look who it is, the cream of the crop. LOL. Mystic, thank you so much. Business credit is the wave of the future. Get on now before they change the rules. Yeah, I think that's really interesting. You never know if they'll change the rules. The reason business credit is so phenomenal is because all it really depends on is you paying on time, you get your credit score. You know, the consumer side is so ridiculous. You get an inquiry, credit score comes down a little bit, you get a late payment, score goes down. But then, of course, if you add new credit, you have a bigger line of credit, so that can help as well. On-time payment, it's wild. Business credit also allows you to, without giving your personal guarantee, to start building business credit. And you know what? This is true. You do want to get on this before they change any of these rules, because one day they might be like, oh, no personal guarantee. That was crazy. What were we thinking? But it is still possible. And I think it's going to be around for a good while, because these corporations, these big companies have had it for years. And it's part of the process of having a corporation. That's the whole reason. Yeah. Oh, what about medical hospital collections? Are those hard to dispute? No, those are actually about the same, maybe even sometimes a little bit easier, because you have HIPAA rights and HIPAA dispute letters that can help you out. So actually, you've got more laws and more stringent stuff to help you out, all right? Let's see. Help my credit. Yes. Paying anything down will definitely help your credit, Chrissy. Yes. So you started paying off some of your student loans. Okay, great, fantastic. Yes, of course that will help your score in the long term. Surprisingly enough, that was probably one of the big factors for an individual that I knew. Wound up paying it off, and it boosted score significantly. If you have the means to, that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Otherwise, you have all the resources to you too to exercise your equity, dispute it. 609creditrepair.com in the Beyond Committed package, or if you need help, you can email me as well. All right. What credit score will Jewelry Club accept? I think 2,500. You just can't have an active bankruptcy. That's the big thing. So they can't currently have a 13, I think, in open. But other than that, it's one. I think it's one inquiry, and it's with, I want to say Experian. Let me double check. Let me pull up this stuff. Okay. So Experian. Let's see here. 5. It's going to be 18. Valid social. Complete the online app. Good, poor, pad credit. You're approved. Okay, cool. So I think you're going to be good at almost any level. You just can't have an active BK. You should be good. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Jay Speaks Official. Hey, Brandon, I have a charge off that occurred last year on my reports, but it's still getting updated past the last date of delinquency. Is there anything I can do about it? Yes, absolutely. So we have talked about here before that they can't update stuff like that, right? Charge off, boom, it stops. They can't be updating beyond that. So let me pull out your violations here on the updating, okay? And this is really, really important because people think that, oh, you know, if I send a dispute or something like this, or if I talk to them, or if they try and send it to a collector or something like that, that could restart the, or if a collector calls me or whatever. No, only paying it typically will restart the clock, and they will try whatever they can to try to restart the clock. I've seen nasty stuff where they'll say that you paid $1 to restart the clock. It's ridiculous, and they're not allowed to do that. And this is why you have this right here. Okay, cool. So let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Excellent. All right. So if they update to a point on the last date of activity instead of the last date of delinquency, you could sue them for $1,000 per the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay. So you can also send a letter to cease and desist all that nonsense. Okay. All that updated reporting. Some individuals will see on their report, it'll say updated, but it really isn't updated. They're just putting that there as a classification, kind of like meets FCRA. It's nonsense, okay? It's nonsense. Don't worry about this. Stick to the plan. They do this kind of nonsense to frighten people, to scare them into submission, so to speak. We don't play no games. Well, how would you react if you had no fear, right? And it's challenging. We're all humans, right? So we do what we can do. After correcting my credit, okay, after correcting my credit, 751, do I need to reactivate LexisNexis? Why? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The only reason LexisNexis might be of value to you is if you're needing to get insurance, specifically car insurance, and if you want to open up a new bank account. Let's say you do, okay? Sometimes you do. Maybe you have new business, you want to open a bank account. Maybe, and here's the thing about bank accounts, it's very interesting. Yeah, you don't necessarily get around having to not give your information, your specific information for a bank account. They have all sorts of reasons, you know, all sorts of reasons. So they'll probably look into your, not necessarily credit, but your check systems. And check systems uses LexisNexis to help them verify information. So those are probably the two main reasons to reactivate or unfreeze or unsuppress or whatever you might need to do with LexisNexis, okay? Okay, so this is good. My wife has an old utility bill that the company keeps reporting as a loan. It's not a loan, that's a Metro 2 violation. That's right, I said it. It's a reporting violation. It's in the wrong category, so it needs to be deleted immediately, okay? It shows as late pay every month. We have disputed it, but it shows back. Okay. So also NC, okay, other bureau. All right. These guys, and I'm going to put this up for you here. NCTUE, National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange. Okay, this bureau is the one that's helping them verify. So we talk about LexisNexis, we talk about SageStream, ARS, all these other guys, Innovis, but these guys, NCTUE, the National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange, you need to find out what those fools have and dispute that stuff out of there, because that's the third party they're using. Boom, I'll send you that right there. You get all these tips, tricks, and secrets here live with me. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. David finally got me live. Want to ask a question. All right, sir. Go ahead, David. Oop, I'm sorry here. See, I got to scroll. I got to look. That's why I need to have. Just sent. If you have, okay, great. Sorry, guys. Just scrolling. Okay. I just literally sent my letters today. No, you're good. You're fine. Your credit's going to be fine. You can dispute. You're going to be okay. Trying to buy a house. When you buy that house, make sure when you buy that house that you have a report that's solid, right? So you either want to complete your credit repair, all good, or do your house and then do your credit repair and refinance, right? I would advise going the credit repair route first to get the absolute best deal that you can. In the middle there, everybody knows, right? We know you can't really get a home while in the process of disputing. But other than that, you're good to go with everything else. I'm excited for you. Get your home. I'm very excited for individuals who are buying houses. This is great. This is phenomenal. You get the dream cars, the dream houses. This is great. All right. Emily, girls, love you, Brandon. Great, thank you. How much is your trade lines? Brandon, can I get trade lines while disputing? Yes. Well, yeah, you can get trade lines while you dispute. Absolutely. If you get primary trade lines, it's going to be a lot stronger for you, right? Jewelry Club card, Hutton Chase, self-lender, that kind of stuff. It's going to be better for you while you dispute. Getting an AU trade line while you dispute, it's probably not the best because you're probably lower down there, right? Maybe around the 500, 600s. Yeah, you want to focus on getting the negative stuff off. Get maybe in the middle section. Now we're talking AU. Boost it up. Get your own primary lines. Get your own Capital Ones, Amexes, that kind of stuff, right? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Great. Disability. That's right. Yolanda Brown. Good to see you. Good to see you. Helping people out. I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm going to get a question here. Let's see. Yes. Okay, great. So it's Jay Speaks Official. Thanks for answering my question. I appreciate you as well, Jay. Can I do a cease and desist letter for my wife's student loans because they keep calling her about it? Yes. Yes. They're not. Here's the thing. This is great. They don't have to call. They don't have to call. They don't have to call. They can do all correspondence in the mail. It's harassed. I remember when I was late on student loans, they kept calling me and I was young and it was freaking me out, scaring me. I didn't know they didn't have to call me, right? They just have to send notices in the mail, certified. Yes, will the letter stop the calls? Yeah, heck yeah, it will. Because it's very specific. If you keep getting harassing calls, let me see, I've got my cease and desist. Let me make sure. If you keep getting harassing calls, they are basically breaking the law once that you say you don't want any more phone calls, okay? Once you let them know. Under 15 USCA 1692, this is a formal notice for you to cease all telephone calls except for those permitted by federal law. I'm cutting off communication with your company, but rather all reducing to writing. Okay, so I'm not cutting off communication with your company. I'm just rather reducing it to communications to in writing, right? And you want everything in writing, yeah? You want everything in writing. You don't want them to say, oh, well, we called on such and such date, and oh, I didn't hear this hearsay. No, I got a black and white right here. You said this is what's going on. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay, Derek. Okay, great. I think Yolanda might have been talking to Derek. Okay, so this is the question. I didn't see the question. Sorry about that. Disability discharge. Your loans were. This is great. You had a discharge your disability. Um, that's positive news out of that situation for you. Your disability. You have the supporting documentation. They're saying, oh, it's going up $5 every day. No, no, it's not allowed to go up $5 every month and all this nonsense. You send in that supporting documentation with your dispute letters. Okay. You send that information certified. You have copies of that. You send that to the people that are reporting you and you let them know. You let them know. I've sent this information in. You guys are reporting it. You need to wipe it off right now because it's been discharged. Or, hey, you know what? I'll just walk down to the court, literally walk in to the court, say, look, these guys, I need to sue the bureaus. I need to sue whomever, right? And of course, this is not legal advice. This is just information potentially you could utilize. File complaints, okay? The CFPB does not play games anymore with these student loan people. They actually got sued. And I mean, I think just is going through a lawsuit for not telling people that all their payment options. A lot of people didn't even know they could do forbearances and all this stuff. Okay, so this is nonsense. All right, can't get enough. I'm telling everybody, good list about 609 credit repair. Thank you, I appreciate it. I remember you once said never buy a house. You were right. One should build, never buy. That's pretty cool. Build a home. That's pretty good too. That's very intriguing. Maybe I should learn how to build a house. This is great. All things considered, you know, carpentry and electrician and all this stuff. Such a great trade and skill to have, right? And finding individuals who can do that and help build you a home, that's phenomenal. A builder's loan. I've had emails of people saying it, hey, I'm trying to get a builder's loan. I need to get my score up. I think that's phenomenal. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Chris. Do cell phone companies report credit history or only if the bill goes collections? Sometimes they report credit history, yes. Typically, though, it's usually only when it's a collection. Yeah, but sometimes they will. And speaking of business credit, they report more on the business side. Yeah, we've seen it for Verizon, Sprint, more on the business side. For the most part, though, yeah, they check your credit to approve you, but then they don't want to report good on-time payment history. It's nonsense. What does it take to get up in that 750 FICO? This individual is about 678. Everything's perfect. Average credit history. Okay, well, you need to have exceptional credit history. Okay, excuse me. Exceptional credit history. If your credit history is not long enough, or your average age, oh wait, maybe this was average age credit history is 17 years. Wow, 0% credit utilization, 45K in open trade lines, no late payments. This is intriguing. You may not have the right mix, Chris. And thank you for, what am I missing? All right, Chris, this is intriguing. Do you have, I'm sorry. Chris, do you have an open-end credit card? Do you have an Amex charge card? Do you have an installment loan? That's not a mortgage. Do you have a mortgage? Okay. So we have if you just have credit cards, 45K worth of trade lines, if that's all you have, then if it's just revolving credit, they also want to see your mix. They want to make sure that you can manage a loan, that you can manage an open-end card, charge card that you pay on time. Okay. So let me know what you have and then we can adjust from there. Can I use business credit to get an apartment? How do I sign up for it? Can you use business credit to get an apartment? Very interesting. It's a good question. Technically, a corporation can lease business offices and business residences. Okay. Technically, they can. Okay. Can you do it just with the EIN? Okay. It depends. It depends on that individual. So we have some offices that are only in the corporation's name. Absolutely. We hunted down individuals who, landlords that wanted to do that. And they basically asked, do you have an EIN number? Do you have a DUNS number? Do you have a number? Because they can report that information on there, okay? Only the corp. I know individuals who have leased corps have apartments that they utilize because they turn them into production suites, editing bays, filming locations, having people work out of home offices. It's possible. Same thing with corporate leases. GM has financing, okay? GM does only corporate lease, no personal guarantee. All right, let me see here. Thank you for the super chat as well. I'm looking for your question. It is potentially possible to do that. But remember, if you are looking for a residence just for yourself that isn't business related, they might not go for it, right? Just depends on what you're doing, but the potential is there. And again, we have office space only in the corporate name. All right, I'm not, okay. All right. Can I use the same approach for other dispute letters to dispute the car loan? Okay. Yes, you absolutely can. My score, okay. Your score keeps going up. That's great. Okay, but this loan thing, yes, you can dispute it. Gap coverage didn't cover the missing part. Yes, you can definitely dispute that. They've got to have information on the difference on what it was totaled out for. This is a little bit more specific. Here, I'll shoot you my email. You can dispute their inaccuracies. I would need to know a little bit more on why or what the gap did not cover. It's a pain in the butt. These gap insurance is ridiculous. Even if you had it, it's crazy. Okay. Montanar, I don't see your question here. No, receivable performance has just met my credit. Is it too late to send letters? No, you can send them. Yeah, lenders say you need to get it off. I don't know how till I saw your show. Okay, great. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. It's never too late, okay? You can dispute. If you're looking for, and I'm guessing you're looking for a house, yes, you got to get that stuff off, or whomever is lending you money and time and freedom, okay? And that's what they're lending you. There's a lot of people think, you know, maybe they're going into debt or other stuff. No, they're lending you money, they're lending you time, they're lending you freedom. This is phenomenal. It's all about mindset, right? It's all about mindset. Okay. Cosign, lendee sign, remaining documents for transition. All info I asked for, all the info I asked for verification was not included. Next steps. Robin, this is great. We're talking about cosigners today. I love it. I love when individuals bring awesome questions. Everyone's got phenomenal questions. I love it. It helps me keep growing and prospering. Those who train need the same training, and that's what I'm getting. I get trained every day on how to become a better financial, better finances in my own life and help you guys as well. So this co-signing stuff again, according to Section 603 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, only information on credit issued to a consumer is allowed. Okay, so this wasn't issued to you, was it? Now they can try to collect. They can try to collect, right? But they're not allowed to put stuff on there that isn't specifically for you. Okay. Yes, there it is, Modernary. Okay, great. Yeah, don't pay collections, dispute. Yes, that was your question. Okay, you're worried about, all right, you need to push back on them, Modnar, and you need to send your letters and you need to see what they have, and you need to dispute with the original individuals who have the original contracts, right, are supposed to, and find out if they have it. If they say they transferred it over to the collector, then ask the collector to see it. If nobody's got it, okay, if nobody's got it, how are they going to pursue any type of action, right? Try to get blood from the stone, right? How are they going to do that? That's what you're doing. They're trying to build their case, which they don't have one. You build the case, you have one. It's very easy. Yes. And thank you for helping out there, Crystal. Appreciate it. All right. All right, cool. So, Edward, I've gotten some emails from you as well. This is good stuff. All right, fantastic questions. people are starting out their journey, right? And if you're just starting out your journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You're watching the replay, hit the bell for notifications so you get this good content so you don't miss out, so you get it, right? But this is a great question. Should you be sending your driver's license, utility bill, social security card? Should you be sending this every letter? Okay, so the bureaus like to play games, and they know individuals don't necessarily have utilities in their name, right? They like to play games. But what they want to do is they want to verify it is who you say you are and who you are. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to get a file number on your first round of disputes. And with that file number, you can add it to the letters. So they'll be able to look up your stuff, even if you didn't send in your ID or social or utility bill or address verification or pay stub or W-2 or 1099 or birth certificate or passport or whatever it is that they want, right? Whatever it is, okay? Now, the first round is very important. You need one item to validate your ID, who you are. Driver's license, ID, state ID, W-2, birth certificate, passport, marriage certificate, military ID. Well, I don't think you're supposed to be copying military IDs, but you could technically use it. Okay. Something else for your address, a cell phone bill, bank statement, just the address portion, guys, just the address portion, lease statement, mortgage statement, W-2, utility bill. They're big about utility bill, something like that, right? So we use the ID social. It's fantastic. Works out really well. Okay. Stick with it. Go through the process. You'll see the games that they like to play and how we overcome that. Okay. Oh, okay, Chris. Had a car loan, but had bad payment history, so I got it removed. Fantastic, good work. No, I don't have anything else but revolving credit. So you only have revolving credit. So they look for open-end cards. That's going to be a big thing. Installment loans. That sounds wild, but individuals who have paid off their loans and they're still there get long payment history, and it's looked at differently than a revolving credit card. Open-end card, like we talk about Amex charge cards. Not every Amex is open-end card. Self-lender, if you want to do a secure loan, right? It's a little bit different than a secure card. You don't really need to worry about secure cards. Or if you are in the process of getting a new car, or if you're in the process of getting a mortgage, those are the mixes that are going to help you, and you'll be surprised. That's going to boost your score. I saw the difference in the mix as well. Receivable performance, right? Attorney on my report, question mark. They might be an attorney collection company. They're just a collection company. They just put attorney to scare you. If they haven't started any proceedings, it's just a collection company. Let's see here. Yeah, send my SS card and ID. No issues. I'm a true story for sure from Missouri. SB Love Faith. Good to see you. All right. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. Of course, I got to do a little boom. We've got this as well. Paperback. If you want to grab that, we've got paperback on Amazon. You can also get all the goods, the videos, the do-it-yourself walkthrough process at 609creditrepair.com. You don't got the time, you're a busy entrepreneur, busy individual, you've got work, school, or whatever it is in your life, and you want us to find the violations for you and dispute all these negative, nasty items off, you could do so at theawesomelifegroup.com. Okay, we're excited to have you all on board. And I've been doing emails, I've been busy. This is the fun stuff for me here, getting to talk, getting to do the videos, getting to have a good time, man. Looking to get some more office space, all right? So got to go back to that here eventually, but for now, I want to stick with you guys and help you out. We're going to go for a little bit longer, so let's get your questions in. Closed collection account. Is it the same as removed or deleted? No, it is not, okay? You dispute, and they're trying to confuse you because they close the account, and now people are like, what, is it closed? Is it all good? Chrissy, you want to dispute it again? Don't let them play no games with you. It's got to be off. A collection account will never be positive, okay? Now, a paid collection still might allow you to purchase a home, but you want to get the best APR possible, right? So you want that nasty stuff off, right? All right. Yes, you could have redeem repo, remark removed if you're still paying off the card loan. Yeah, so it's repo, then they put redeemed Boom, boom, boom. Attack that, attack that, attack that. That's right. That's right, Stephanie. If it was removed, it won't be on the credit report anymore. That's right. And keep your deletion, guys. Keep your deletion records. Keep those when it comes back and it says deleted, deleted, deleted. Keep those for a little while. I kept them. I was like, man, I don't trust these fools for nothing. I kept that. I was like, you guys trying to reinsert something? I got the proof. I didn't even know about a reinsertion letter. I didn't even know some of these laws and violations and stuff and these rules nowadays that we know, that I know. Okay. Michael, I haven't even seen your question, Michael. So I think it got lost in the sauce here. Oh, great, Michael. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. Inquiry removal, disputes you can get in the beyond committed package. Yeah, absolutely. And if you have more questions, I'm sorry, I apologize if I miss your questions here. I'm putting out my email as well. Feel free to get in touch with me. Leave some comments in the comment section below on how you're doing, what you have and what you need help with. Email me, all right? Okay, so if one credit bureau removes all these negative items, is it possible that another bureau may not? Typically, they do. They usually start following suit. That's what I noticed. That's what I've noticed for clients. That's what I've noticed for customers. You're usually pretty good to go. People get a little confused and concerned because they'll dispute with, let's say, Experian or TransUnion, and then maybe Equifax is lagging, and they're like, oh, they get worried. Guys, stick to the plan, stick to the course. You're going to be okay. There's plenty of people who have come to the other side. I'm helping you get to the other side. You're going to be okay. Purchase a package but has no letters. Michael. Yeah, Crystal. Thank you very much. And Michael, yeah, you got my email there. I just got it to you. If you're missing something or whatever, you can email me. You'll be good to go. We take care of the fam here, right? Okay. Oh, you had something removed. You got to use that reinsertion letter, Chris. So you do know what is affecting your score. This is great. This is great. This is great. We can help you with that. Nice. All right. So if you have anything lingering out there, James, we have letters to handle this. So let me see here. You can demand an investigation so they don't be using no e-Oscar system, right? And we have the stuff on how to sue and win, right? CFPB, Better Business Bureau complaints. I've seen people, there was one individual, I'm not saying this, everyone, right? One individual got their repo removed with just complaining through the CFPB and showing them the violations and showing them what they had gone through. And this individual, this lady had done a lot of work and they were like, what is, why is this still here? Gone. Okay. So you can send a demand for investigation letter. If you had investigated properly, rather than use your e-Oscar system, you would have known that not only have I never been late on this account, but that I am not sure that this account is even mine through your company claims that has been verified. Okay. And goes on to quote Cushman versus TransUnion, Stevenson versus TransUnion, Richardson versus Equifax. All right. So we've got case law in there. It explains to them that you can sue them for $1,000. Okay. And you're allowed to do that. That is your right. Okay. So if you have stuff lingering, push on them, frighten them, scare them. They don't want violations. They don't want to pay out money. They don't have to deal with that stuff. Okay. It's much easier. It's much easier for them to just push a button. What do you think they do? You think they just push a button, right? It's a computer. You just push a button. I click, I push enter. It's there. That's all they're doing. They're like, oh, let me just push the button. Okay, done. Right? And what do they care? What do they care? They're posting huge gains every year. All the credit card companies post huge gains. Banks post huge gains. You can look them up too. They're publicly traded companies. Just look them all up. They're all making tons of money. Tons of money. Yes. So business credit, do I have to utilize Net 30s to build business credit or can I get a credit card? Please help. Okay. So let's talk about this. Bank of America is very intriguing. Now, until you have the ability on your business to only get business credit in your EIN, all right, there's some specific scenarios for each bank. So you don't provide your social, you just put the EIN and you see if you can get it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if you have gone through the right steps and utilize the net accounts, the net 30s first, okay? Now, they're not always net 30s. Sometimes they're net 55, sometimes they're net 7, sometimes they're net 45, sometimes they're net 25, right? They change a little bit. For the most part, it's 30 days. If you utilize those first, you can work your way up, you get 5, 6, 7, 8, you usually need about 5. Go to the next level, get the store cards, 5, boom, boom, boom. Go to the next level, get the credit card. Now, can you get a credit card and build business credit? Yes, like we talked about, Bank of America will allow you to get one with a personal guarantee, and they will report. They will start reporting for you and showing that you have good on-time business credit history. Will that help? Yes, of course. You will be personally guaranteeing it out the gate. Later on the line, you could go get something else after you build up more trade lines, the net 30s, the store cards, right? The vendors, that kind of stuff. And they have been utilized, yes. Usually it's $5 to $25 a month, depending on what you need. The Quills, the U-lines, the Grangers, trying to think off the hand. We have Dell and Apple and stuff like that as well. So yes, you probably want to go that route. But yeah, Bank of America is very intriguing. They will allow you to get one and they will report, okay? Hi, Brandon. I'm new to this credit repair stuff. Do I send the dispute letters to the credit bureaus? Yes. You send your 609 dispute letters to the credit bureaus disputing your negative items, right? And so if you're new here and have questions, you can always email, you can always comment, question, ask. I'm always open to individuals from all experiences, right? So there's some people that are very experienced who know a lot of this stuff, who are very familiar with it, and there are individuals who are just starting out. So hit that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and hopefully we got something for everybody here, okay? All righty. The Sue and Win package, the little ebook, Sue and Win with all the violations without a lawyer. Again, it's educational material, not legal advice. Yeah, it's in the Beyond Committed package. All right. Oh, the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I will type it up for you. Hopefully this isn't too loud for you. Okay, Chris got it. Great. Thanks. All right, great. So I've disputed TransUnion with the mail return receipt. It will be delivered. It was delivered on the 10th. Now they say on the 16th of next month, they estimate that my dispute will be complete. Is this over 30 days? Now, it's very challenging because they get it delivered in their inbox on the 10th. They may pull it out, they start their process, and they're letting you know, okay? Maybe, maybe not. They actually might get it back to you within that time period, okay? They have 30 days to postmark you a response. So if it's a couple of days over, you have to decide, right? Because if they've deleted a bunch of stuff, which you might get a bunch of deletions, okay, you might be all good. If not, you could send a non-response letter if it's beyond that 30-day mark, okay? Just because they're estimating at that, could be, might not be, might be earlier, might be sooner, might be later, okay? So stick to the course, see what happens, and try to take one step at a time. I think sometimes, me included, we're really excited. We want to know next step. You have to adjust fire as it comes in, all right? Let me know what to do about 2-month-old credit report. So you only have been, oh, that's right. They use it. Call them, find out why they use the 2-month-old credit report. That's not industry practice. They're supposed to use the new one, right? And if your new one is good, again, if you have a hard inquiry on there, dispute that if you were denied because they used something that they were not supposed to use, all right? And complain. You can complain to the CFPB. Can you dispute a collection that you were already paying? I love that question. I keep getting that in my emails. Yes, you can dispute that. I'll tell you what, individuals have paid collections, disputed them, and have them removed, okay? Some people don't know, didn't come here, didn't realize, hey, I could do my credit repair. And they wound up paying, and now they're like, oh man, yeah, heck yeah, you can dispute. Heck yeah. And most of the time, they don't want to verify it because they ain't getting no more money out of it, right? They ain't getting no more money out of it. This is a good question too. Will soft inquiries hurt my credit score? No, they don't hurt your credit report, okay? They do not hurt your credit report. Guys, this has been a wonderful Saturday afternoon. I love you all. And I think it's time for me to get back to repairing some credit, sending out some emails, snapping some necks at the bureaus, right? Getting some more video content out for you guys, getting this stuff. What is the MIB website? Okay, you go to MIB, and this is it. I'm gonna sign off, guys. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy your Saturdays. It's MIB.com, the Men in Black themselves, all right? I don't know why they said that, but this is why they decided to call themselves this, but probably way before MIB ever came out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you give this video a thumbs up, if you're watching the replay, or if you're watching at home, thank you so much. We have a bunch of people here on the subscribe tribe. We would love to have you as well. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, because I'm going to start asking some questions in the community forums and things like that. So I want you to get those notifications as well. Start maybe getting out a more seasoned timetable for live streams perhaps. But we will see as my schedule changes and working and doing all sorts of stuff. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all so very much. Thanks to all of the subscribe tribe for helping out each other on this. I really appreciate you. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.